If you have clicked on this video, I know that you want your first job at the UN.
So you are currently still enrolled in university or have just graduated and want to get your first job at the UN?
In this video, I'm going to show you 4 entry ways to get your first job at the UN.
Let's go. Number 1, internship programs. Many years ago, I personally did an internship program at the UNDP at a special campaign called the SDG campaign, which was housed in UNDP, which is the development program of the United Nations. It was a 6-month program. Usually these internships last anywhere between 2 and 6 months. And these internships are a good way for you to get your first insight into the UN, to connect with colleagues who already work for the agency you're interested in, and kind of get to know the work or the field that you're interested in. And I remember back then I was quite overwhelmed by the complexity of finding internships. What I would recommend you to do is actually look on unjobs.org. There you'll be able to filter for the duty station, the organization that you're interested in, the field you're interested in. Is it development? Is it humanitarian work, global health, or the environmental field? It's good to already have an idea of what you're interested in so you can be more strategic in your search. One thing I do have to flag about internships though is that most of them are unpaid. So this is something you have to be really aware of, especially if you think about applying to internships in pricey cities like Geneva, New York City, or any other city that is expensive. Personally, I was quite lucky in that regard because the SDG campaign was located in my hometown. So I was able to stay at home and save lots of money, but I know not everyone has this opportunity. So what I would recommend you in this case is if you are currently enrolled in a master's program, that you consult with your university. Maybe they're able to help you fund parts of your internship or give you a stipend. In terms of eligibility, typically you have to be enrolled in a master's program. Sometimes I think they also accept students in the last year of their bachelor's. It really depends, and I recommend you to just look at the vacancies that are listed on unjobs.org and then just look at the eligibility there and see if you fit the criteria. Number 2, the YPP program is a structured program for young professionals to enter the UN system. The special thing about the YPP program is that it is geared towards helping people from underrepresented countries get their foot into the UN. The participating countries also vary year by year, so it's worth checking the YPP program online to see whether your home country qualifies for it and if you can participate. The eligibility is very similar to the JPO program in that you have to be under the age of 32, you need to have a master's degree, and participants also have to pass a quite competitive recruitment process of written exams, interviews, and assessment centers. Junior professional programs. Now, JPOs are usually recruited for specific positions that require specific skills. The special thing about JPO programs is that you apply through your national government that sponsors that specific JPO programs. Typically, the UN will advertise what kind of job they need and what kind of people they need to fill in these positions that require XYZ skills. The participating countries will then look at these positions and advertise against that and try to fill these positions. But again, you apply through your country, so you don't actually do it through the UN itself. However, after you have pre-qualified in the first selection round, which is done by your country, the UN agency for which you have applied to will then further interview you and complete the process. Generally, a master's degree is required, and also normally you have to be under the age of 32. Number 4, consultancy and short-term opportunities. So not many people know about this, but a lot of UN agencies are constantly on a search for people who can fill in very specific and technical roles for a specific duration, or they're looking for staff that can step into a void that is within a team. For example, if the team has too much work and they need more hands on deck. Consultancies are also a great way for you to enter the UN system, and they are also advertised on unjobs.org. And here, I have a little tip for you. If you do really well in your internship program, usually you will have an opportunity to stay on as a consultant afterwards for 3 or 6 months, depending on the need of the team. I know many people, including myself, who have been able to do that. So if you enter the UN system as an intern, I would always keep in mind the possibility to stay on as a consultant afterwards, because these positions they're going to be paid. So this would wrap up the video on 4 approaches to entering the UN system. I'm very curious about your motivations to work for the UN. So leave me a comment down below, #why, on why you want to enter and work for the UN. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit the like and subscribe button. It would really motivate me to make better videos for you. And I'll see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.